Have you ever wondered if you're wearing the wrong size support garment and that's why it doesn't feel quite right? Today we're going to walk through what the right size should feel like, how to get there, and then what to look for. So, as we know, sizing is especially important when you're healing or managing prolapse symptoms because it just impacts overall how you feel and then live your day-to-day life. So today we're going to walk through how to navigate that process confidently. The first thing that we'll cover is how to measure for proper pelvic floor support. So here, we're going to talk about where to measure. Now this can vary for brand to brand. For hem support wear, we have 3 important measurements. The first measurement is your waist measurement. And for us, this hits right at or about your belly button. And so if you're using a measuring tape like this one, you can hold that up against your body and then run that around at your waist. Make sure that it's parallel to the floor so that it doesn't get skewed. If you don't have a measuring tape, you can take something like a string, for example, and then you can just measure that against something else like a ruler so that you can get, it just needs to be close enough. Now then the second measurement that you want to do is your high hip. So for this one, it's about 6 inches above the base of your crotch. And you'll just, again, go all the way around, making sure that that measuring tape or string is parallel to the floor. And then the third measurement is your low hip. So this one is right at the base of your crotch and just, again, all the way around, parallel to the floor. And with those 3 measurements, you can either take our fit quiz, which is at the link in the description below, or you can look at our size chart to determine which style and size is going to be the right one for you. And another unique thing about hem support wear is that we currently offer different styles. So you might have a more curvy body shape, in which case you can choose our curvy style, or you may have a more straight body shape where the measurements are just closer in their proportion, and then you would choose the straight style. And if you aren't sure, please reach out. We are more than happy to help you navigate that process. Now, a really key thing as far as why accurate measurements matter is because with this being a technical garment, you want to make sure that you have the best fit possible so that it can actually provide the function and support that it needs in order to do that. And so what we see as far as not getting the right measurements is the most common measuring mistakes, which is that people measure in the wrong place. So those places I told you are really important, or they don't keep that whatever they're using, whether it's a measuring tape or a string, they don't keep it parallel, and so it skews the measurement. So those 2 things are key. And then also just standing in a relaxed position with your feet about shoulder width distance apart while you're doing the measurements will also really help. So if you're unsure after measuring, like I said, reach out to us, and then once you get those measurements, take our fit quiz and it'll provide a personalized recommendation for how to find the best fit with hem support wear. Now the second thing here to understand is what to do if you're in between sizes. We know this happens a lot because your measurements may fall into 2 different sizes depending on which one you're looking at. So here there's a couple of things to think about. One thing we know is that size charts vary from brand to brand, which is why those measurements are important. And it can be hard to set aside what you are in other brands. So when looking to see which sizes are you between, one option is you can order both and then do a return or exchange so that you can compare. Oftentimes we find that that's the most effective way for people to get the best fit the fastest. But as you're trying to narrow it down, you can also think about what kind of symptoms you have and things like that, because one of the things we want to make sure of, and when you're looking for that fit, is that it's not too tight. And if you're in between sizes, we recommend trying the size up to start with. And then if that feels too loose or not supportive, then you can move down a size. And that's why, again, ordering both at the same time can just be a faster way to get to the right fit the fastest. And a key with how this should fit is that it should be snug, but not squeezing. We often talk about we do not want the toothpaste tube effect, which is where if you squeeze in the middle, it puts that pressure up and down. We do not want that at all. So you should be able to easily put your hand in between the garment and your skin and not have it be so tight that you can't do that. And the flip of that is that you do want it to be snug. It should feel like a comfortable hug, because without that feeling, it won't be able to provide support and do the job that it needs to do. So definitely looking for those things is really important. And then you want to make sure that you can move freely, breathe freely, all those kinds of things when you're wearing it. So that can be some of the things that you're looking for when you're trying it on to make sure you get to the right spot. And it can take a couple of tries, and that's not a problem. And then lastly, another thing to keep in mind is choosing the best fit for your stage. It can also be hard if you're early postpartum, for example, and your body's changed a lot from where you were before, or you're postmenopausal and things are continuing to shift. What may work for one phase of life might change over time. So don't be afraid too if what started off feeling comfortable over time, feels different, because as things change, we need our support wear to change as well. And then a key thing, like in thinking about that, is for prolapse management. For many of us, this is a long-term journey, and we want that support wear to support us over time so that we can have consistency when we're wearing it. And then that just may mean you need to reassess your body, size and shape over time. And we're always here to help. So if you have questions, if things are feeling different, please just let us know and we will work with you to get you into the best spot. With that, sizing can be confusing. It can sometimes be hard to get the best fit the first time. But hopefully with this measurement guidance, knowing that we have our fit quiz that provides personalized recommendations as well as our size charts, and knowing that we are just one email, text, or phone call away to help you find what will work best, we hope that we can help you in this journey and get you something that can help provide some relief. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out and then check out that fit quiz at the link below in the description, and we'll see you in the next video.